Let's say very successful people out there with access to lots of money who want to do the right thing. How can they do it in a way where people don't question their motives?
So the short answer is you can't, because there will always be people who are going to question motives. A big encouragement from me would be, don't let the fact that people will criticize or have their own views or beliefs around money, the role of business, greed, wealth, etc. Don't let the fact that there will be commentary on that stop you from beginning this. So the entry point, I would say, for anyone listening who's in that category, who's wanting to figure out, how do I actually use my business? How do I use my wealth in a way that is about giving back or making a contribution? I would say that the first step is to realize that the way you make your money is just as important as what you then do with it. So don't externalize things. Don't push it off to either a down the track when I reach a certain amount of wealth, or when I retire, or when I sell the business. Bring that both in terms of time frame and in terms of how you can have impact. Bring that back to now, because you can do good now. You are making decisions, you are spending money in your business currently in ways that are already having an impact, positive or negative. And so you can just become more conscious of that and shift those decisions, shift the way you procure, how you spend money, how you treat your staff. You can do that now. So that would be the first piece. Don't wait. Actually start this process now, and start it with the things you already have control over. It does connect us back to that aspect of the savior complex, because what can happen is, as a business owner, when you get to this part of, everyone lands there in different ways. Often we say, wow, I actually am incredibly successful by all external measures, but this doesn't really feel as satisfying as I thought it would. I've got the money, I've got the financial freedom, but there isn't that fulfillment or sense of purpose and meaning. What can happen is we then jump straight into that piece of, in order to get that, I need to start making donations or set up that foundation or give back. If we do that in a way that is uninformed and that hasn't done that apprenticing with the problem, we can actually create a whole bunch of unintended consequences, because we're stepping into territory we don't yet understand. So while I do absolutely encourage generosity and giving, it's actually difficult to give money well. So that needs to be a well thought out process. We need to partner with the right people. We need to get the right advisors and make sure we're not accidentally making a problem worse in the process of having good intentions, but not actually knowing what we're doing. So start with what you know, start with the decisions you can already have control over, and see that business, or if you don't see yourself as a business, if you see yourself as an organisation, because your focus is around the non-profit space, just look at the organisation itself. Take responsibility for the decisions you're making, the way you treat people, the products and services you buy, and start in that place, because that is, to your point, where we are already having the biggest impacts in society, where we're already spending the most money, is through the organisational structures. As I mentioned at the beginning, small and medium enterprises are the biggest drivers of the economy. They are having impacts all the way from not just job creation and obvious metrics like that, but right back into our families. When you think about the culture that's created in an organisation, if we disrespect and don't take seriously the well-being of our staff, whether that's related to the stress we put them under, whether we're paying them poorly, that has the flow-on effects of those people going home into their families incredibly stressed, unable to pay bills or have confidence that they can support their family. And it has all of these negative impacts that go with it. So I think we need to shift what we think of as doing good and not see it just as, unless we're eradicating poverty or we're taking plastics out of the ocean, it doesn't count. Well, it does. The way that you treat your staff, the suppliers you use and whether they are paid properly and have safe working conditions, all of those things build up to being the big systemic problems. And so starting where you already have control and influence is the most fundamental aspect of beginning this journey for any leader of any organization. And then doing the piece I spoke about of realizing that you can do good now, that you don't need to wait for some point down the track is the biggest piece of encouragement that I would give people.
Hey everyone, it's Mick Spiers from the Leadership Project, where we empower leaders with the knowledge and skills that they need to create amazing teams and amazing workspaces. If you're enjoying our content, please do remember to hit like, subscribe, and that little notification bell so that you can be notified of all of our future videos. In the meantime, please do take care, look out for each other, and join us on this journey as we learn together and lead together.